Alright. We are stream to stream. Yee-hoo. Channel. Excuse me.
No.
I feel like that's a bad name. The first trial.
What?
Yeah, I'm gonna rename the stream the first trial.
Except it's not the first trial.
I know this is supposed to be the day that we do the first trial for Mia's murder case. Let's call it the second trial and leave it at that.
Why don't we just say Maya's screwed?
Okay.
Well, you know YouTube won't like that.
Well, just Maya's screwed is
How about
not too bad.
Maya's?
Well, you already closed
Not
that.
looking too good, or something else.
Well, you already closed that.
I'm just waiting for it.
I'm waiting for it to load up on my end. Oh, here we go. Wow, it really visualizes as a different color once it actually goes through YouTube or like off my computer. Strange. Also, I just realized I can hear myself back off of you.
What? Yeah, but that's nothing new.
Hold on. The game continues to be quite loud. All right. Ma'am. I didn't hear anything of what you just said.
Because I wasn't talking to you.
Oh.
Discord. Anywho.
Alright, that should be alright.
Let's begin the
Yes.
stream. I mean, we already are, but sure.
Yeah. Also, I have a better setup so that you can actually see the two parts of the screen. Yay!
Okay.
Alright. Well, we were just turned away by this lawyer. So.
Go tell Maya that she's screwed.
Yeah. Oh. Well, what else can we do?
What?
We were just told to piss off at Grossberg, but we can't go anywhere.
We can't leave to the detention center?
Well, we can, but
Yeah.
Maya isn't there.
Oh. How do you know?
How do I know Maya isn't there at the chair in the detention center?
Yeah.
Because I saw it from my own eyes.
Just now or last stream?
Just now.
Oh, well then maybe you need to talk to Grossberg some more.
Okay, fine. The refusal. Mia. How did you know Mia
How did you
Fey?
know Mia Fey?
She worked here a long time ago. Quite the apprentice, that one. Learned my techniques in the blink of an eye. She left one day, quite suddenly. She had a mission, you see.
A mission?
A mission?
You could see it in her eyes. She followed it with a burning passion. Never looked back, that one.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That's quite a painting.
Quite a painting.
Wait, is that all the stuff we can talk about now?
Yes.
No, you said that's quite a painting, or did you already do that?
That's quite a painting.
That's
okay. However, you noticed it's my pride and joy. Impressive, isn't it? Well, that's it. The color of the sky, the hue of the sea, the weave of the straw hat. It's worth at least $3 million. I have no intention of parting with it. Of course, I won't sell it, not even to you.
Interested?
Interested?
It's not for sale.
I'm not buying.
I'm not buying.
Jeez. Well, that's everything.
Well, that's everything.
Now let's go to the detention center.
Here we go.
Here we go.
September 6th, 3:42 p.m. Detention Center Visitors Room. Hiya. Hiya, Maya.
Hiya, Maya.
Hiya, Maya. Oh, you're back. Did you find the lawyer?
Well.
Well.
What do I tell her?
What do I tell her?
Well, see, just be honest. I really don't think you should use that guy. He didn't seem healthy. He was all skin and bones. Phoenix, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
What really happened? You don't mean he refused to help? I see. I've been abandoned then.
No.
No.
Your family?
Your family?
What about your family?
What about your family?
I don't have anything on here about family. Just get to the your mother's enemy talk option. Clear that.
Okay. I only have my sister. My father died when I was very young, and I don't know where my mother is. Ooh, missing mom's story. She's gonna pop back up at some point, isn't she?
Probably.
Don't know. So she could still be alive somewhere? Anyway, your mother.
Your mother.
Wasn't that the option you wanted me to find?
No, your mother's enemy.
Oh. The women of my family have been mediums for generations. They say that ESP runs in our blood. I bet it's gonna be bad for the stream to hear it back. To hear my voice back.
Well, wait. Alright, so I'll just mute you, I guess? I don't know.
Or
I don't get it. What is the difference? And how are they hearing it back?
well, it's coming back through your... It's going through your speakers and going back into your microphone.
Oh, yeah, see, this is why I wanted to use my headphones, but you don't like that because of static. Although maybe
Well,
now because we're using a different thing.
Oh? I don't hear you. Or I don't hear myself, I should say.
Hello.
Hello, it works.
Alright.
Anyway, about 15 years ago, our family was involved in an incident. There was a man and he ruined our mother's life. Was his name Ozai? I'm kidding.
So funny.
Ruined? After that, she disappeared. Several years after that, my sister announced she would become a lawyer. Become a lawyer. I love the fact that that's in quotes, of all things. And she left the mountain. So you live by yourself? Yes, I've gotten used to it. Oh, also, I had to become independent or I would lose my ESP. I feel bad for her, all by herself up on that mountain. Your mother's enemy! Here we go.
Oh, no, because you still have to get through it. There's no talking points for me until after it's...
Oh, that's weird.
I
So,
don't know.
who was this man who ruined your mother? About 15 years ago, there was an unusual murder case. It made quite a stir. Everyone was talking about it, apparently. The police were running out of leads, and they were getting desperate. Wait, they didn't use a spirit medium, did they? The police convinced my mother to try to contact the victim. Wow, so what happened? The case was solved. We thought. You thought? The man my mother helped the police capture was innocent. The police's consultation with the medium had been carried out in secret, of course. But a man found out about it and leaked it to the press. He told all the papers that my mother was a fraud, and the media jumped on it big time. My mother became the laughingstock of the nation. I see. White. Excuse me? White? That was his name. My sister told me. White.
Walter White? Oh my god.
Just a little longer now before the state-appointed lawyer comes, I guess.
There we go, now
4 o'clock p.m. Time's up. What should I do? Do I just leave her and go home?
Yeah, let's leave that bitch. No, I'm just kidding. We're gonna defend her.
We have to defend her. I've made up my mind. I'm going to defend you whether you want me to or not. Frankly, a state-appointed lawyer would do worse.
Why?
Because state-appointed lawyers are overworked and always give you a guilty verdict, and in a murder trial, you don't want that. Unless you're going for criminal insanity, but I highly doubt Maya wants to go to an asylum. I don't think she would survive. Why? Why? Well...
Yeah, why?
I can't abandon you, someone else is a culprit, or I don't know why.
Well, why?
Someone else is the culprit. I know it. I just don't know who yet. But it is the depths of his brain. Someone else is the culprit. You aren't the culprit. Someone else has to be.
How do you know?
I have a hunch. Given the evidence, it would be easy to assume that Maya was the killer. But there's something about this whole thing that smells too damn fishy.
Fishy.
That witnesses strange-ass behavior. Was that all an act, even? The way that lawyer refused to help out Maya. More than all that, she has no one left to help her. Nothing is more sad or more lonely than that. I know, I've been there. A long, long time ago. To be explored in the far future. Why did I become a lawyer in the first place? Because someone has to look out for the people who have no one on their side. And that's why you became a private attorney instead of a state attorney. So that you at least have a little bit of hope and light in the world. Maya, I won't abandon you. You can count on me.
It's so kind of you.
Well, let's fight this one and get you out of here.
Yeah. Thank you.
She smiled at last. She looks like an entirely different person while smiling. One last question. You are innocent, right?
No, I killed him. I mean, yes. And I trust you, so you trust me too, okay?
It's a deal. So what next? Is something that's been bugging me. Just what was inside that strange woman's drawer? It was when I tried to look into the drawer that she got all defensive. There has to be something in there.
Time to move to the Gatewater Hotel.
Alright. I'm just gonna warp over somewhere real quick, Maya. I'll be back. Hello, bellboy. That looks like the... I don't know if he would quite have that voice, but he looks like, or his hairstyle at least reminds me of what Michael Aranda from SciShow used to have. This sort of partial stripe through his hair.
Good afternoon, sir.
Oh god, that's even dorkier. Okay, excuse me, you are?
Oh, I beg your pardon, sir. I am the bellboy of this establishment at your service, sir.
Alright.
I just come up to deliver room service, sir.
Do you know where Miss May might be?
I believe our guest Miss May is in using the facilities. If you've no need of anything, I'll be taking my leave. Please stay as long as you like. Enjoy.
Yeah. Wait, no, hey! Why does it seem like every time I come here, I end up embarrassing myself? Wait, now's my chance to snoop around a bit.
I almost forgot.
You came back quick?
Might I ask you to inform Miss May there's a message for her? Please tell her that Mr. White of Blue Corp be phoned.
Alright, sure. Mr. White of Blue Corp? A white working at a blue corp? Anyway, where have I heard that name?
That was his name, White. He was a honky. My sister told me.
White was the name of the guy who ruined me and May's mother. Could it be a coincidence?
It's Phoenix Wright, of course not.
Examine! There's a
The
screwdriver
open
sticking out of that
drawer.
half-open drawer. Now's my chance to see what's inside. What do we have here? A wiretap? Huh. What would a woman like her be doing with a thing like this? Well, unless she was a professional escort and she was trying to play a woman on everyone. That is a BBC Sherlock reference. Basically, Irene Adler was constantly stealing information and then blackmailing her clients. Sometimes blackmailing her clients. Other times just selling information. But, well, I highly doubt that's what we was using this for.
Can we please move on?
Wiretap added to the court record. There's definitely something suspicious about this Miss May. There has always been something suspicious about this Miss May. Why would she have something like this in her hotel room? There's a story behind all this, I know it. Alright, I'll be using this bit of evidence in tomorrow's trial, that's for sure, for Maya's sake. I'll get to this woman's bottom. Wait, I mean, you know what I mean.
Oh, bellboy. Still there.
He ran. Uh-oh. Time to scram, just like the bellboy. I look forward to tangling with you tomorrow, Miss May. In court. To be continued.
We should have just done that in last week's stream. Or not last week, the week before last. Because now we're starting the courtroom stuff, but oh well.
Well.
Come knock at our door, come knock at our door, you. Anyway, let's hurry up, shall we?
Courtroom number 1.
Love the typewriting. Reminds me of Madam X. Stream God Control. Stream Madam X, people.
The court. Oh wait,
Court
this is the
now
judge.
in session. Yeah, even though your judge is scary. The court is now in session for the trial of Miss May. I feel like he has so much beard, he just talks through his beard. Prosecution is ready, you're on. I'm doing like 17 different voices right now. So I'm doing Edgeworth, I'm doing the Judge, I do Gumshoe, I do May. I do Maya, I do May. Literally the only person you're doing in this entire thing is Phoenix. Oh god, this is gonna be
Oh god. Can I take over for Maya and just give her the Clover voice?
She does not need the Clover voice. She's not.
Alright,
fucking
fine, I'll
Clover.
give April May the Clover voice. Cause that's deserved.
I like giving her the sexy Marilyn Monroe. Look at my big titties. Oh, titties. It's fine. I'll do it. I'll just get lazy after a while and just start talking in my normal voice.
Alright. I might wind up talking in my normal voice for Phoenix anyway.
You have one character. Do your goddamn Phoenix voice.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I could at least take over for one character for you.
Now, just do your Phoenix voice. God damn it. God damn it.
The defense is ready, Your Honor. Miles Esworth. Better not show any signs of weakness today, or it'll be on me in an instant.
I would like to see that.
Well, not the right kind of on.
Yeah. Mr. Edgeworth, please give the court opening your statement. No, give the court your opening statement. Either one. Thank you, Your Honor. The defendant is Maya May was at the scene of the crime. The prosecution has evidence that she committed this murder, and we have a witness who saw her do it. The prosecution sees no need to doubt the facts of this case, Your Honor. Oh, I see. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's begin then. You may call your first witness. The prosecution calls the chief officer at the scene, Detective Gumshoe. Witness, please state your name and profession to the court. Sir, oh wait, what voice did I use before? I used a British commoner voice, I think. Sir, my name's Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm a detective in charge of the homicide zone of the precinct, sir. Why do they all keep saying sir? Bellboy keeps saying sir, Gumshoe saying sir.
Because I think he's supposed to be a sir.
I know, but it's like, god damn it, y'all. Just stop saying sir. God damn it. You are not... whatever. Detective Gumshoe, please describe for us the details of this murder. Very well, sir. Let me use this floor map for the office to explain.
Hold on, we were giving him a deeper British voice. Less commoner.
Very well, sir. Let me use this floor map of the office to explain. The body was found by this. Don't start with me. I'm giving him whatever voice I give him. I'm not in the mood to
Alright,
go back
fine.
and see what voice I gave him. I'm not in the mood to go back and see what voice I gave him.
Well, I thought it was like a deeper, middling accent. Sort of,
You can't say deeper. Like, what is deeper?
well, a deeper voice, middling accent.
Oi, governor.
No!
Oh, governor. Hey, governor. Oh, governor. Oh, governor. Governor for some reason.
Oh, he sounded like Chelmy from the Professor Layton games.
Oh, I don't do... You play Professor Layton, I don't.
Oh, fuck. Alright, never mind. Go along.
Very well, sir. Let me use this floor map of the office to explain. The body was found by this window, here. And the cause of death? Loss of blood due to being struck by a blunt object, sir. The murder weapon... The murder weapon was a statue of the thinker found next to the body, sir. Oh god, no, I'm gonna give him a Russian accent. It was heavy enough to be a deadly weapon, even in a girl's hands, sir. He's got a Russian accent.
That explains his sexism.
He does not have a... I mean, he's not sexist, he's just stupid. I mean, granted, sexists are stupid, but he's just stupid in general.
True.
Anyway, the court accepts this statue as evidence.
They're still calling it a statue.
Now, Detective. Oh, well, floor plans added a court record. Anyway, now detective. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You immediately arrested Miss Maya Fay, who was found at the scene of the crime. Right? Can you tell me why? Yes, sir. I had hard evidence that they did it, sir. I did. Detective Gumshoe, please testify to the court about this quote-unquote hard evidence.
Witness testimony! Maya Fay's arrest!
As soon as wow, I'm really like out of it. As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. Why can't I remember the voice I did? I can't remember the voice I did for him because it's been like 2 goddamn weeks. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Let me go back and see.
Well, to be fair, babe, you did have to change it halfway through because they realized that he was a sort of British cop.
Well, he's not. He's a New Yorker. He's very.
Well, he sounded like a Brit at points.
He did, but he's definitely not in any way, shape, or form. He's absolutely. I would absolutely say he's a
New Yorker.
Brooklyn.
All right.
Brooklyn, New York.
I was about to say, why not just say fuck it and give him a Bostonian accent?
Oh God, no!
How the fuck do you even have do a Bostonian accent again?
No, we've offended all our Bostonians. How dare we have a dislike on our first Phoenix Wright video? Whoever disliked that, go kiss my ass.
They didn't
Dislikes
like
are
the
always
side panel thing. Well, at least we're fixing that this
know?
time. I'm guessing.
Didn't like the... Yeah, you're guessing. Of course you're guessing. That's too long. Where is... I need to find where it is so I can listen real quick. Because I do not remember for the life of me what voice I could have possibly done. Like, because you're going on, it was like this, and I'm like, I don't know what this is. Who did you say, hold on, who did you say it was like? From Professor Layton?
Chalmy. Chalmy.
Chalmer?
Chalmy. With an E.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what that even means, dear. Because Chalmy... Okay, hold on. Alright. Let me just mute myself real quickly so I can hear myself. Because I'm sure y'all don't need to hear that.
Inspector Chalmy. Sounds like this. No. I don't know what's a good way of saying his words. I don't. Chalmy has like such a vague cameo, and he is so British though. Ugh. It's like we're going through a walkthrough, except we're trying to figure out voices. I feel like that's a common thread in a lot of these. We don't know how to do consistent voices. A lot of the time, we just give up and change voices constantly. But then we decide to just sort of do whatever. And just, like, yeah, character voices. With, like, my one ability to do character voices is usually just deepen my voice. I did the clever voice!
That's the one voice you have. One of these days when those balls go down, you're gonna lose that voice.
I just gotta keep doing the voice training.
No, you don't. Anyway, it'll be gone one day. You'll be like, why can't I? Oh God, I can't do it. Ah! Where are we?
There were 2 people there already.
There were 2 people there already. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey. Why? We had a witness account describing her. The witness saw Miss Maya Fey at the very moment of the murder. See, I think I've got it now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the very moment, you say? Mr. Wright, you can begin your cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examine what? Couldn't see a single contradiction in that testimony. Maya just threw something at me. What? Ooh? What's this?
Oh? What's this?
And my sister couldn't find any contradictions in a witness's testimony. She would bluff it and press the witness on every detail. The witness always slips up and says something wrong. It worked lots of times.
Yeah, anyway, blah, blah, blah. Something the matter, let's get to the cross-examination, and you're just gonna press every single statement.
All right, let's press him.
Oh, stop it. You are not going to be Clover Maya.
Splish it.
Let's press them.
Splish it real
Let's go.
good.
I said let's go.
No, Your Honor, I'd like to begin my cross-examination. Anyway, here we go. Maya Fey's arrest.
Stop it. I will hang up and you will only have one voice.
Who did you say? Who did you say you got a call from?
Hey pal, don't play dumb. You know who. The call's from a customer at the Gatewater Hotel, right across from the crime scene.
Okay, I pressed. Not sure it did much though. Right. Please continue. Detective Gumshoe, how long would you say it took between your receiving the call and your arrival at the scene of the crime?
Right. I'd say it was about 3 minutes.
That's pretty fast.
Our motto this month is quick response. That's how I got there before the killer got away. I keep going from
This
middle
month?
until lower class, and I'm good with that. Yeah, this month. They're like, every
They're
month is
doing a
different,
month of
motto.
promotion where they get to their crime scene twice as fast as usual for the low price of 5% extra taxes.
Why do you try to be so funny when it doesn't work, honey? Stop. You're trying too hard, baby. That's your problem.
And you
gotta just let
try
it
your
flow
best, but you
naturally.
don't succeed.
Stop trying. Only do what comes naturally. Then you're hysterical. Well, then you're funny. Then you're mildly chuckleable. Well, then you're maybe a pip or a giggle. No, I'm just kidding. You're funny.
I have no
Awkward
response to that, bitch.
It's just funny because it's true. You try too hard and it falls flat on your face. You shouldn't try to be so funny, dear. I've told you about that. No.
Fuck you, fine. Indeed. So tell us who the 2 people you found on the scene were.
Fuck me. Fuck you. Fuck me. Fuck you. I have butter like squeezy guts. Fuck you. Yes, sir. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, hold it.
Press on this?
Yeah. I told you, you're pressing on
Oh, yes.
every...
Duh. Are you absolutely sure it was us?
Listen, pal, your dumb act will only get you so far. With her funky hippie clothes and your spiky hair, you two stand out like suspicious people at a crime scene. Well, now I get the New York accent.
It does have a point about her. She is pretty unmistakable. I should pick my points to press with a little more care.
Hold it!
Why is that? What's your reason?
Why? We had a witness account. Hold it!
Hold on just 1 second.
The witness arm is my affair at the very moment of the... Hold it!
If I heard correctly, you said you arrested her because you had hard evidence she did it, correct?
Huh? Did I say that? Me?
I heard you say it.
You did say it. You said it. Oh, yeah, that's it.
Exactly what about the suspicious woman in Pink's claim was hard evidence?
What? Miss May isn't suspicious, and she sure isn't pink, pal. Well, I guess she is pink. That's enough, detective. Do you have any more solid proof other than her claims?
I guess pressing can have its advantages. Especially on the last testimony like that. Especially when it's like, I saw her do the murder! When it could just be, oh, I saw someone over a dead body.
Yes.
Ah.
Sorry, I got the order of things mixed up in my testimony, Your Honor.
Bitch,
Sir, there
where?
was something I should have told you about first, Your Honor. Very well, detective. Let's hear your testimony again.
Hard evidence!
Stop that. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written on a piece of... I don't know what voice I'm doing anymore. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to a victim's body. On it, the word Maya was clearly written in blood. Lab test results showed the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. How do you like that? That's my hard evidence. I hate this voice I'm doing for him now. I'm offending every New Yorker in the world. Before we begin cross-examination, I have one question for you, detective. Yes, Your Honor? Why didn't you testify about this vital piece of information the first time? I know. I'm real embarrassed I forgot about it, Your Honor. So, try to be more careful. Very well.
The judge
The
should have a
defense may
Snape
now
voice.
begin its... Try to be more careful, Potter.
No.
well.
Try to be more careful, Potter.
You
Try
wanna
to be
do
more
it?
careful, dumb shoe. Very well, the
Dumb
defense may
shoe?
begin its cross-examination.
Just
Maybe I finally
press
take
on
over
every
for the
step.
judge.
Sure. Sure, Jan. On every... Hold on. Is it everyone? Yeah, just press on everything. Except... when you
Hold
press
it!
On...
And did you find any evidence?
Damn it! No, don't jump the gun on me, pal. Just listen. I'm getting to the good part.
I got a bad feeling about this. Howled it! Just because you found it next to the body doesn't mean the victim wrote it.
Oh, and then who did write it? Smarty Pants? Who? Who?
The killer! right?
Yes.
The killer! The killer! Anyone can see that. It's possible. The killer goes and frames the person who's coming over tonight. Or the night after.
Oh. Wait, what? Wait, where did you click on?
The killer!
You clicked on the killer, right?
Yeah.
What did you say? Your line was the killer, anyone can see that, right?
The killer!
said a
Anyone
bunch
can
of
see
extra-
that.
Yeah, you said a whole bunch of extra crap.
Yes.
Anyway, huh, you're saying the killer wrote her own name? Buddy, please.
Gumshoe, please! Framed!
What? I did.
Huh?
I did the whole you're saying the killer wrote her own name, buddy. I did that. You're supposed to say she was framed.
Yes, she was framed. And now, Edgeworth.
Right, Gumshoe's not next.
Oh no, I
What?
was just being like, Gumshoe, you,
Oh,
ugh.
don't do that then.
Sorry.
I can't
Sorry.
see. I don't know.
Gumshoe
what the
is a
fuck
bit
you-
of a moron, though.
Gumshoe. Well, what the
Just
fuck?
like,
That's not. There's no.
She was
lines for
framed,
right
Gumshoe,
now.
you blithering idiot.
There's no fucking lines for Gumshoe right now. What the fuck are you having to do, man?
Go on, Edgeworth, please.
Hold on. If that's the case, where's your evidence? Doesn't matter anymore. Where's your evidence? Pal.
Yes, that was a bit of a tall order for you.
Yeah, that. Shouldn't open mouths. Blah, 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 blah.
You shut it, Gumshoe. Actually, return to your testimony.
No, actually, go back. No. Yeah, go back and present Mia's autopsy report
Where?
on the last statement, the one we just pressed.
I found a memo written on a piece of paper.
Yeah, no. Yeah. Yeah, that one. I said, present it.
Detective Gumshoe. There's one thing I want you to clarify for me here. You say that the victim, Mia Fey, wrote this note. That she was accusing the defendant, Mia Fey. It's really what you're saying.
Oh, well, this isn't one of those lawyer tricks now, is it? Of course she wrote it. Who else could have?
You have it backwards, Detective.
Backwoods?
The victim is the only person who absolutely could not have written it. This is a report from your department, Detective. Immediate death due to a blow from a blunt object. She died immediately.
But
No butting your way out of this one, Detective.
come on, Judge Snape.
Order. Order. The defense has a point. Someone who died immediately couldn't have time to write anything down.
Objection. Mr. Wright, I beg your pardon. When exactly did you obtain that autopsy report?
When?
The day after the murder.
The day after the murder. The prosecution's point being...
That autopsy report is outdated, Your Honor.
A second autopsy was performed.
You didn't say what? What? You should have said
I'm just remembering the details of this case, and I'm remembering more and more. Excuse me, who wrote this game? People don't do second autopsies. Not usually. What?
Yeah, you should have said that. You didn't say that. Me. I'm reading the script, goddammit. I know what you're supposed to say. Hey, not me. A second autopsy was performed yesterday at my request. Death was almost immediate due to a blow from a blunt object, but there is a possibility the victim lived for several minutes after the blow. I received these results this morning.
No way.
Your Honor, it's quite easy to imagine that the victim did have time to write Maya. That's all.
I see. Damn you, Edgeworth. I should have known you'd have something up your sleeve.
Why, Mr. Wright, you look shocked. Something you want to say? This detective's a sham!
The detective's a sham?
Right? Do you have to keep asking me? I say what I say. Click on it.
The Detective Gumshoe, you're a sham. How could you give me a faulty report?
Huh? I thought... Detective Gumshoe. I'm disappointed handing him the wrong report like that. I'm sorry, sir. You're at fault. This isn't going to look good on your evaluation next month. What? Your Honor, I submit this report to the court.
Understood. The court accepts the evidence.
Autopsy updated in court record. Well, Your Honor, the evidence strongly suggests the victim was identifying the killer.
I suppose that's the obvious conclusion, yes. Darn, this isn't good.
The prosecution would like to call its next witness this poor, innocent girl saw the murder with her own eyes.
I would not call her poor, judging by the Gatewater Hotel, or innocent, based on the fact that she is so cutesy, but also sounds like an escort. But I digress.
Read the lines, please. Thank you.
I'm trying to add commentary.
You don't need to when they point it out for you in the script.
Let the witness, Miss April May, take the stand. Exactly what part of her is innocent?
Yeah. See, when they do it for
I
you, you don't have
don't...
to add it.
Yeah.
Thank you. Witness, your name, please. April May, at your service. Wink.
Jiggle.
Jiggle wink.
Order. An introduction should not require any reaction from the crowd.
Whoa, yeah, straight
The witness will refrain from wanton winking as well.
Aw, thank you, Your Honor.
This isn't good. She's already captured the heart of every man in the court. Every straight man, anyway.
I was gonna say, I guess there's no fags in there, huh? Tell us, where were you the night of September 5th when the murder occurred?
Gee, I was like in my hotel room. I checked in right after lunch.
And this hotel is directly across from Fay & Co. law offices.
That's right, big boy.
Please testify to the court about what you saw.
Witness account. There we go.
It was like 9 o'clock at night. I looked out a window, you know? And then, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was this mousy girl sitting in a defendant's chair. Then the woman, dodged to one side and ran away. But that girl, she caught up to her and she hit her. Then the woman with long hair, she kinda slumped. The end. That's all I saw. Every little bitsy witsy. Wink.
I'm good at
I
making
said the
those
defendant would refrain from wanton winking, but
I'm good at female voices. I know that much. Well, Your Honor.
I see. It is a remarkably solid testimony. I don't see a need to trouble the witness any... Wait, Your Honor! Yes, Mr. Wright. What about my cross-examination? I thought the witness' testimony just now was quite firm, didn't you? Oh, you old perv.
Firm. Mr. Wright, I understand you were Miss Mia Fey's understudy. Were you not? You must know her techniques well, her cowardly way of finding tiny faults in perfectly good testimonies.
Hey, how dare you? Well, Mr. Wright, will you cross-examine the witness? Yes, I'm doing it, of course.
Of course.
I'll gladly proceed with the cross-examination. If only because I have a feeling Edgeworth doesn't want me to. She has to have some weaknesses. Very well. You may begin your cross-examination.
Cross-examination. It was like 9 at night. I looked out the window, you know? Be nice if you gotta say hold
just
it.
Press everything again?
Yes.
Alright.
Who's the one with the walkthrough?
I'm asking because I don't know whether it's necessary or not. But anyway. Hold it! Why did you do that?
Huh? Why? Like, why what?
Why did you look out the window? Were you expecting to see something?
Oh, well, gee.
What? That's it? She can't get out of this question that easily.
I sort of, you know, I had a feeling.
Well, I have a feeling she's trying to avoid the question. Maybe I should press a little harder on this one?
Oh, yeah. Press harder. Oh, yeah.
Go for it. Let's see how far I can run with this. Surely you must have had a reason to look out your window at that time of night.
Ooh.
She's twitching.
Objection. Objection! Mr. Wright, I will not have you badgering my witness.
Badgering?
You insist on needling her with these trivial questions. I don't think it should be allowed. Yeah, stop him. That poor girl.
Order. Mr. Wright, you have been warned. Poor girl. What about poor me?
Excuse me. Wait, where am I? Oh yeah, you looked out the window. For some reason I thought that was you. You looked out the window. What did you see next?
And then, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked.
Howl it! The woman with long hair. That was Mia Fey.
Mm-hmm. Slender, sort of, well, some people might say pretty, if that's your thing.
Your thing?
And the person attacking her?
The one attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair.
Hold it! How do you know she was the defendant?
Well, there was only one person.
Oh no. Wait, sorry. I was, for some reason, I skipped ahead. Hold on. What did you said, how did you know she was the defendant?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay.
Huh? Well, you know, she had a girlish physique. Women know these things.
Look, I just know, okay? There was only one person at the scene of the crime with a short, girlish figure. The testimony is bulletproof, Your Honor.
I wouldn't call that bulletproof, but okay. He's
Question
right.
the testimony.
I question the testimony. Hold on a minute. That testimony stinks!
What?
Miss May, I'm willing to bet that
You saw nothing.
You saw nothing. Did you really see the defendant at all?
It just loves that.
Mr. Wright, what's the meaning of this?
Yeah, what's the meaning? Somebody tell me because I'm clueless. About this, I mean.
So basically you admit to seeing nothing? Okay. If you had really witnessed my client, Maya Fey, you would have noticed her clothes before noticing her physique. Especially because she wears baggy clothes and moving around, she would look like some sort of ghost or like a billowing cloak.
Can we keep going, please?
No one wears clothes like this on a daily basis except for her. And I'm not no expert on fashion, but her hairdo looks far from normal to me. However, the witness's testimony mentions neither of these things. The testimony is bogus.
But, and it's a big but.
Still, we don't know if she was dressed that way the night of the murder. She was, Your Honor. I saw her, and so did Detective Gumshoe when she was apprehended. What do you say to that, Miss May?
What are you trying to say, you mean lawyer? I saw what I saw. I just didn't think about all the trifling little details necessary, darling.
Miss May, the court would like to remind you to please omit nothing from your testimony.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'll be a good girl. I promise. Wink.
Jiggle. Your testimony again, if you would do. Damn, I almost had her.
Witness testimony.
Mark 2.
I did see everything. I did. The victim, the woman, dodged the first attack and ran off to the right. Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. And she hit her with that weapon. I saw it, I did. I saw it, I did. I swear I did. I saw it, I did. That clock, that kind of statuey clock, the thinker, I think. Well, does that accuracy of my report not startle you?
It does. How do you know it was a clock? I
Yes,
see.
exactly. That's why that's where we're gonna present the thing.
I only wish you had been so detailed from the beginning. I would have known this was an inside job.
Yeah.
But anyway, please begin the cross-examination.
Trust me, the judge is just as dumb as Gumshoe. Of course he wouldn't know. Go
Well, he's
all the way to our
supposed
last
to only
statement.
take what's at phrase value.
Yeah, he's a judge. He's an idiot. Let's
Anyway,
that clock presenting the thinker.
then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her, and she hit her with that weapon. I saw it. That clock. Press on it, or
No, present the thinker.
present the thinker. Present. Objection. Miss May, what you said just now was quite revealing.
Revealing? Ooh, you'd like that, wouldn't you, naughty Mr. Lawyer?
You just said that the statue of the thinker was a clock. But there's no way of knowing that just by looking at it. Another person in much the same position as you recently called this a clock too. And he was found guilty of murder.
Noises.
Order. Miss May, can you explain how you know this is a clock?
Ooh,
You enjoy me doing herb for some reason. Objection! The witness saw the murder with her own eyes. That's all that's important here. The defense is trying to confuse the issue with trivial concerns.
Yes, yes, of course. You will withdraw your question, Mr. Wright. Objection! But questions are all I have, Your Honor. And as you may recall, I've caught murderers with these questions before. Oh, only once.
I love how 180 the judge goes. You will withdraw your
Objection
question.
sustained.
Never mind.
You may
You can
continue to
continue
question
to
the
question.
witness.
I love how like it was like you can withdraw your question. No, I want to. Okay, continue to question the witness.
That was close. If you stopped me there, the trial would be over.
Huh? What? So, what happens now?
What happens now is you answer my question. How did you know it was a clock?
What? That's because I heard it? Yes, I heard it say the time.
From across the fucking street! So you've been to the law offices of Fanco.
No, hey, I didn't say that. Why would I go there? Ew, yucky. I heard it from my hotel room.
The law offices of Faneco, where the murder took place, are very close to the hotel. She could have easily heard the clock.
Well, Mr. Wright, are you satisfied? No, Your Honor. Can't give up now. I'm not satisfied because...
She couldn't have heard it. Or actually, it couldn't have rung. Either or, now that I think about it.
It couldn't
Yeah,
have
you
rung.
know what? Yeah, it couldn't have rung. Go with that one.
Your Honor, members of the court, it is inconceivable that the clock in question rang.
Because
It's empty.
empty.
It's empty! That clock is missing its clockwork!
Dun 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 dun.
How could you possibly? Just have a look, as soon as you can. Oh. See anything interesting, Your Honor? It is as the defense says.
Oh?
This
What
clock is missing its
is?
clockwork. Clockwork. It's quite empty. Mr. Wright, would you care to explain to the court the meaning of this? It is as you can see. The clock was empty. It couldn't have rung. Therefore, this witness is a big fat liar.
Fat!
Well, Miss May,
Hold on. I was gonna say I should really do like when she gets angry, it's like fat. Just like something completely, and it's like fat. Anyway,
what is it now, Edgeworth?
Quite a show you've put on for us, Mr. Wright. Come on.
He knew the clock was empty, didn't he? How?
That's why you have got to keep talking. I'm afraid you've forgotten one thing, however. Indeed, the clock is empty, as you say. It can't ring. But we must ask, when was the clockwork removed? It was after the witness heard the clock. If it was after the witness heard the clock, there is no contradiction.
Oh,
Ooh, that was good.
that's true. That is a possibility. The clock might have been emptied after she heard it.
And that's exactly what happened, Your Honor.
Well, Mr. Wright, can you prove when the clockwork was removed?
impossible, of course.
I have proof.
What?
Wasn't it you who told me proof is everything? Well, I was listening. And now I'll show you the proof you like so much. The evidence that proves
Well,
the
you know
what?
what it is.
What? Yep, Maya's phone. Ha ha ha! Present. Take that. Take a look at this. That's a very cute cell phone.
He's this big towering judge, and sometimes he's just like, "Oh, look at that cute little cell phone." Ooh.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway,
You have a girlie's phone.
Wait, this isn't my phone. Listen. This is the defendant's cell phone, and it contains a recording. A recording of a conversation he had with the victim on the day of the murder. In the morning. Before
Cell phone.
check-in. Order. Order.
Oh god, the defendant's cell phone. This wasn't brought to my attention.
Perhaps Detective Gumshoe overlooked it?
Grumble. The good detective better remember he's up for evaluation soon.
My heart goes out to you, Edgeworth. Not. More so to Gumshoe. Let's hear the conversation.
So you just want me to hold on to the thinker for you then?
If
If you could.
I should probably tell you the clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working. That's lame. I had to take the clockwork out. Sorry. September 5th, 1927. 9:27 a.m.
Your Honor, I think this recording makes it clear that the clockwork was already gone. And this was recorded in the morning, before the witness even arrived at her hotel. Well, Miss May, would you care to explain this to the court? Just how did you know that the weapon was a clock?
Well, isn't it obvious? I saw that clock before. What store was that again? I go to so many. Oops, I forgot. Weak. Oh, God.
So the witness had seen it before. That would make sense. Does the defense have any objections, Mr. Wright? Yes! The witness claims she had seen it before, but this directly contradicts a piece of evidence already submitted to this court. Well then, let's see
The
it.
thinker itself.
Please provide this evidence that will prove the witness had not seen this clock before. The thinker itself! Take that. It's simple. This clock was never in any store. Ever.
What?
A friend of mine made that clock. Only two exist in the whole world. And the one that isn't here, is in police custody.
Impossible. Everything is sold in stores.
Miss May, I think it's high time you went shopping for a better excuse. That is some wonderful writing. Oh, excuse is not on sale today? Out of stock? Oh my god, she is having an... oh my god, and her heart turned upside down.
Porcupine head. What's it to you, porcupine head? That stupid clock doesn't matter, okay? She did it and she should die for it. Die!
Whoa! Let's not get ahead of ourselves. This is a court of law, and the witness will remain calm.
Silly me. Did I, lose it? Oh, I guess I did.
Scary.
Wait,
Miss May, let me ask. Tell me, do you have a borderline personality disorder? Also, how did you know the weapon was a clock?
no answer.
Oh dear. Does the defense have an opinion on this behavior? Okay, this is it. Yes, Your Honor. Allow me to explain how I see the truth of the matter. Miss April May, you knew the weapon was a clock because... you held it or you had heard about it?
Yeah, I know what the choices are.
Okay. Miss May couldn't have done the murder herself because, well, she was in her hotel room all night. And we would have known that she wasn't there at the time of the actual murder. So,
Yeah.
you had heard about it. The witness had never held the clock in her hand. However, she had heard that it was a clock. She heard... That is correct, Your Honor. There is no other way she could have known the thinker was a clock. And I can show you the proof. Well, this is interesting. Let's see it then. Show me the evidence proving that the witness had heard the murder weapon was a clock. The phone tap. Or the wiretap.
Wow.
Found in Miss May's hotel room. Take that! Have a look at this.
That?
I found this in Miss May's room. Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what this is. Miss April May, you were tapping the victim, Miss Mia Faye's phone. I keep saying Maya because I keep reading Maya.
Good job. Keep going, please.
Miss Mia Faye's phone, were you not?
I.
Oh my god, Edgeworth. Edgeworth.
Objection!
Oh my god, Edgeworth. How could you call that irrelevant?
It is irrelevant, Your Honor.
I'm not entirely sure that it is. Objection overruled. It troubles me that our witness was in possession of a wiretap.
This is outrageous. Does the defense truly claim that the witness was tapping her phone?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Absolutely. Even if that was the case, which it's not, and you still have to prove one thing. Did the victim ever say that the weapon was a clock on the phone? Can you prove that? I think not.
You heard the recording, right, Edgeworth?
Yeah, well, we're gonna have to
Oh
listen to
yeah,
it
I
again,
think
so
I
hurry up and
can.
talk.
It's simple.
What?
Here's my proof. The proof that the victim said on the phone that the weapon was a clock is... Submit the phone again?
Yes.
Alright. Phone. Take that. I present the defendant's cell phone. Again.
Take that.
Yes, we've seen
Oh.
that. Listen once more to the conversation between the defendant and the victim.
Wait. Yeah, hold on. Wait, I'm trying to find it. For some reason, I just... Yeah, defendant's cell phone. Yes, we've seen that. Okay. Oh, right, I'm doing the voices.
Mia, what's up? You haven't called in a while.
Well, there's actually something I want you to hold on for me. Again, what's it this time? It's a clock. It's made to look like that statue, the Thinker, and it tells you the time.
Miss April May, you used a wiretap to listen to this conversation. That's how you knew the Thinker was a clock. Am I wrong?
Objection! Your Honor, this is ridiculous.
Your Honor, look at the witness's face. Does she seem amused to you? The defense demands an answer.
Yeah. This is
Witness, answer the question. Did you tap her phone?
bile. She's spewing bile at this point.
Yes. Miss May.
Shut up, all of you! What gives you the right to talk to me like that? You lawyer! It's
The
not
law!
fair, all of you ganging up on me like that. Oh, so I'm the bad girl. Is that it? Is that it?
That did it. The court's seen the real Miss April May now. Now to deal with the final blow.
Why?
Or now to deal. You did it, didn't you?
Yeah, whatever. Either one leads to the same thing, but I just like the lines and you did it, didn't you?
You did it, didn't you? Miss May.
What is it, you little shrimp? Talk to me in that tone of voice, will you?
You killed her, didn't you?
Did you do the... Yeah, you did the order.
Order. There will be order.
Thank you. What? How can you possibly say that? Are you mad? All I did was a little wiretap. Oops.
So you admit that you tapped her phone.
Wait. I didn't do anything bad like murder. I'm a good girl.
Well, you're already a naughty girl for tapping a phone, but...
But
Really?
I'm not a murderer.
Can you prove it? No way can you prove it.
You think you're so smart, Mr. Lawyer, but I can prove it. And I will.
You can't be serious. No way.
Way, I say. Way. Oh, and I assure you I'm serious, Mr. Lawyer. Okay? So, the killing happened about 9. That's when I was getting room service from that sweet bellboy.
Room service?
Creator of April Dark Race. Iced coffee, I believe it was. Iced coffee? You know, like normal coffee, but cold. If you don't drink it quick, the ice melts and then you just have regular cold coffee.
Watered down cold coffee. Well, slightly watered down. Iced coffee.
Yeah. You think I'm making this up? Ask the bellboy. Wink, jiggle. Ergo, the witness was not on the scene at the time of the murder.
Ugh. That throws a wrench in the works. So, where does that leave us?
It is my great displeasure to inform you that the witness appears to have been tapping the victim's telephone. But that is a separate crime with no bearing on the current case. Her testimony stands. She saw the defendant, Maya Fay, commit murder.
No, they're going to let her just walk away. There's no way I can win this unless I tie Miss May to the murder somehow. Well, does the defense have anything to say? Well...
It's time to call the bellboy as a witness.
Call the bellboy as a witness. The defense would like to call the hotel bellboy as a witness then. There's something suspicious there. I'm going to get to the bottom of this.
I'm gonna get to do my nerdy voice again. I think you've sunken quite low enough already. Objection! I object to calling the bellboy.
Why? What's your reason?
Because I hold that the wiretapping had nothing to do with the killing. However, if you agree to one condition, I'll consent to calling the witness.
What condition?
If Miss April May's alibi is not called into question after you examine the bellboy, you will recognize that Miss April May was not the killer, thus she was innocent. Therefore, you must accept the verdict of guilty for Miss Maya Fay. That is my condition!
Excuse me? I'd better find something suspicious in that bellboy's testimony. Otherwise, Maya will be declared guilty on the spot. What should I do?
Accept the conditions. Not like we got a big fucking choice.
It would be guilty if you didn't. Alright, I've got nothing to lose except for, well, everything. Though, you don't have a grasp on anything without, well, a grasp on something else. Understood. I accept your condition.
Fool, you've fallen right into my trap.
What trap? You're a prosecution attorney. You don't have all that much power in the court. Uh-oh. Wait. All he's trying to do is fuck you over, dude. Now he's trying to fuck you over with words, make you second-guess yourself. Don't second-guess yourself with Miles Edgeworth, because all he does is talk in circles. Very well. The court calls the hotel bellboy to the stand.
I believe we're ready for the witness to testify. He certainly looks like a bellboy.
Yes, sir. I received your summons in the middle of the work, sir. I'm happy to be of service.
This is the voice I did, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good.
That T-set looks rather heavy, so without further ado, the witness may begin his testimony.
Wait. Just because I have inflated a little bit, not forever, but in a while. What does he look like again?
Light tan suit, sort of magenta, accents on the lapel and the
Okay.
cuffs.
Yeah. I don't give a shit about what he's wearing. Give me face. Give me hair, eyes, whatever. Give me.
Downturned eyebrows, dark eyes, slight smile, dark hair with that thin, well, with that like two-piece stripe of caramel color. Hands look mismatched
Hold
in
on.
color.
I'm just going to.
The one looks pale white, the other looks tan.
Oh. Never mind. Okay, I look at him now. I clicked on the stream. Not who I thought he was.
Well, who do you think he was?
Nobody that you'll know until we get to the third game.
Oh.
Anyway, the T said, very good, sir. Yes, I know. And now that I look at him, this isn't his voice, but I don't care. I'm gonna do it. Witness testimony. This man's room service. Bellboy.
Babe, do the bubble verse. Baby? I don't hear you. Okay? Hello? Hello? Did you mute yourself by accident? Oh, no. The call ended. That's why. Well, okay. Go again. Oh bugger. I started calling him and then he started calling me and then I ended my call and it ended both of ours. Ugh. I hate when we do that. We're both trying to call each other at the same time and it doesn't work. Oh god, no. Don't open Twitch. No, don't open Twitch. Fuck. Oh, there it goes. It finally went through and contacted. Hello. We called each other at the same time.
Oh, that makes sense. Anyway, hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Mr. Blossoms?
Mr. Kashmir. Oh.
Anyway.
This is why people dislike our videos.
Aww.
I know. Anyway, I am the I am the head bellboy of the Flying Gateway. I know who I'm doing. I'm doing a guy from the 50s and 60s from, you wouldn't know him because you stopped watching I Love Lucy with me, but we will watch it again. He's I think his name is Frank Nelson or something, but he has a very, like, yes, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Very, like you'd ring a bell if you're in a hotel, like for him. You'd ring the bell, he'd immediately pop up from under the desk and go, yes. Like,
Have you been there the whole time?
what? Well, yes, but it's, hold on, I can get the...
Well, when he just pops up from underneath the desk and it's just like, have you been there the whole time?
Well, you know, that's exactly why he'd just throw you out. It's not meant to do that. It's like it's like in an animated cartoon or stupid stuff like that. You look at it too realistically.
Okay, yeah.
Why do you do that? You look at that so realistically. It's like that's not.
Well, I would make a joke about that in a sitcom. Like if character just appears out of nowhere.
In a sitcom, but hold on here. Just listen. This is what he. Like that. Did you hear that?
Ah,
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, Frank Nelson, great guy. Great, like, character actor. But that was what he was most famous for, is that he had that sort of, like, excuse me, sir. Yes? How can I help you? So I think that's the voice I'm going for, except the face doesn't match the voice at all, but that happens very often in real life anyway. Anyway, I am the head bellboy at the Vinegate Water Hotel, in business for 4 generations. You could have just said, like, just have said how many years. You didn't just say generations, but whatever. I believe I received a call after 8 o'clock from our guest, Miss May. She asked for an iced coffee to be brought at her at 9 on the dot, sir. I brought it to her at precisely the requested time, of course. And I delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May herself.
I see. The defense may begin its cross-examination. Right, I'm ready, I hope. This is it. If I can't prove Miss May was involved with the murder now, Maya will be finished. Will be finished.
Yeah, we'll be finished, alright. Press the 4th and 5th statements.
Alright. 1, 2.
I brought it to her precisely at the requested time.
Oh, wait.
Of course.
4th. Hold it! Precisely 9 then?
Precisely, exactly, and most definitely 9 o'clock p.m.
How can you be so sure?
Miss May was quite insistent that it be brought then.
Oh, bellboy. Tee. I'd like iced coffee at exactly 9 o'clock.
Something like that, sir. Therefore, I knocked on her door at the crack of 9.
Why would she be so particular about the time?
And I delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May herself.
Hold it! Are you sure it was Miss April May herself?
Absolutely, sir.
Absolutely?
Yes, sir. As in so very absolutely, sir. It's an endearing mannerism of mine.
How come you're so very certain?
Well, when I brought the room service, sir, the guest, sir, favored me with, an embrasseur, sir.
Embrasseur? Is that French for embrace?
It's French for kiss, sir, but not a French kiss. More of a peck on the cheek.
Why would you have done that?
I believe, perhaps, she was momentarily swayed by my prim demeanor, sir. It was a moment I shall never, ever forget, sir.
Sounds pretty fishy to me. I think our Miss May was up to something and wanted the bellboy to remember her. It's no good. There's nothing here. Is that it?
You finally understand. This bellboy has absolutely no reason to lie. Now, if you have any decency, you will end this rather tedious cross-examination.
It was a bit tedious. The witness may leave the stand. Can't let this happen, can I? Protest!
Protest!
Wait. Please wait. Yes. Does the defense have something to add? One last question. Let me ask one last question.
Objection. Your Honor, I must object. This charade of justice has gone on long enough.
No, Mr. Edgeworth. Alright, Mr. Wright. I'll give you one more question, that's all. Okay. This is really it now. This is my last chance. What do I ask him about?
We talk about... Let's see... Actually, it doesn't matter. Any of them.
You make the choice.
Room service. Tell me again about the room service.
Again, sir. At exactly 9 o'clock, I delivered room service to Miss May in room 303. The guest had requested iced coffee. $18 was the charge, as I recall.
Let's see. $18? Doesn't that seem a bit expensive?
Yes, well, iced coffee for two, you know. And we don't skimp on the ice, sir.
What did he say? What did you say?
Quite.
Bellboy, tell us the truth now. Was someone else staying in Miss May's room?
Objection. I object. That was objectionable.
Edgeworth is supposed to have an edge, but it seems like he's just gone over the edge.
Ooh, God, you really make yourself laugh. And that makes me laugh.
Objection overruled. The witness will answer the question.
Yes, I see.
Why did you not mention this in your testimony?
Well, sir, you didn't ask.
Nice try, buddy. That's the sort of thing you're normally supposed to mention.
Ah, yes, quite indeed. It was the good barrister there, Mr. Edgeworth, who... He asked me not to mention it if I wasn't specifically asked, sir. Oh, you fool!
I've done it. I've won. And deposed Edgeworth for fabricating evidence.
No.
Oh, I wish.
Yeah, you wish, but this isn't realistic.
I know. Edgeworth would be out of the courtroom in a moment, though, in reality. If he had a reputation to hold, he would be out. He would be put under review, and any evidence that was considered scrutinable would be, well, he'd lose his license. Anyway, Miss April May checked into a twin room with a man, correct?
Yes, sir.
Then, when you brought them room service, you didn't see that man in the room?
That's right, sir.
Your Honor, we have just learned of another person involved who may have actually been the murderer. In this new light, I hold that it's impossible to judge the defendant. You agree, Mr. Edgeworth?
Who is this other person?
Simple. It was the man with Miss May.
Oof. So many oofs before
The
Roblox.
man who checked in with Miss May.
Oof.
Your Honor, as has been previously revealed, Miss April May was tapping the victim's phone. Yet Miss May herself has an alibi at the time of the murder. However, that does not clear the man that was with her. The bellboy saw no one else in the room at the time of the murder.
Oh, my, what a convenient little setup. But it's too late.
Too late? I suppose you'd like it if it was too late, wouldn't you? After all, it was you who hid the presence of the other man from this court!
Oof. Upstart. Amateur. These accusations are ludicrous.
My God, Edgeworth. Enough! The court acknowledges the defense's argument. I expect the prosecution and defense will look into this matter fully. Am I understood?
Yes, Your Honor.
That is all today for the trial of Maya Fey. Court is adjourned. September 7th, 2:24 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 1.
Mr. Wright, you were amazing.
Really?
I think I might be your newest fan.
Oh, I was just doing my job, you know?
Then again, that other attorney was pretty cool, too.
Huh?
With that face, his eyes wide and trembling lips, it sent shivers up my spine.
If you say so.
So what happens with me? Do I get to go home now?
Well, no. I don't think so. Not yet.
Oh, I see.
But I got a great lead in today's trial.
A lead?
That man with Miss May, he's the key.
Oh, I get it. Hey, what happened to Miss May after that anyway?
I heard they arrested her. I guess she's learning her charms won't work everywhere. She's probably at the detention center now. I may have to go down there later. Not just to conversate with you. Anyway, this case is far from closed.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to find out more about this man.
Do you think he's the one who...
Maybe so. Maybe so.
Sis...
Don't worry, I'll find him by tomorrow. I promise.
I'm counting on you.
I asked for a full record of April May's testimony. I thought it might come in handy during the trial tomorrow. But now that I have it, I'm not so sure. Most of her testimony was all lies. In fact, there's only one part that got left on the record. May testimony added to the court record. I don't know how much good this will do to me at all now. Anyway, time to hit the pavement and do some investigating. Maya doesn't belong in that detention center, and it's up to me to get her free. To be continued!
I think this should, honestly, this would be a good place to end it, I think. 'Cause
Exciting.
we've got way too much, because there's a whole bunch of court stuff, a whole bunch of examining stuff. That'll take up not today, so I think we're better off waiting till tomorrow.
Alright, we can cut the stream just a little bit short.
Waiting till next week, except it won't be next week, it'll be next week, because next week we're doing more Perfect Date.
Yeah!
Meow.
Meow.
Meow. Oh, yum. Kitty.
More fun with Chungers and Miss Snooty Booty.
Snooty booty. Snooty booty. Snooty booty.
Chungers! I love that name. I'm so glad we chose Chungers. It's just so fun.
Yes, chungers and
I hope we
snooty
continue to get suggested in the name generator and just come up with other fun, weird, kooky names like that.
We can hope. What if we just name everybody Chungers?
Chunkers 1, Chunkers 2, and so on and so forth.
Yeah, because they all keep getting replaced. Like, all the research assistants are like...
Yeah, they just
New
keep on
person's
getting
like,
replaced. Like,
new
oh no, the last
Chunkers.
one's disappeared. No, we
Oh,
need a
let's get
new
another
research
Chungers.
assistant.
Oh, let's get another Chungers. Alright. Yes, so he'll be on Sunday doing his Minecraft.
Yes, back in Last in Color. I am now gonna be starting to build out a tower for Thaumcraft stuff. Well, multiple towers for Thaumcraft stuff, because I need to have it span across multiple chunks so that I don't suck up all the Vs in one area and throw up all the flux in said same area. That would just be terrible. 2, meadow for forestry stuff. And 3, I have to continue working on the Atlantis main base because I'm now starting to build out the second ring, which is almost 200 blocks across. It's going to be huge. And that's where all the automation using Applied Energistics will go, I think. And good God, I'm going to have to figure out a better place for my ME controller, probably. Because, I need to figure out where, all the channels are going to come from that I need. Boy, oh boy. I'm gonna need to figure some stuff out. Okay. So, I need to actually do more research on forestry and applied logistics now. Alright. Anyways, that should do it. Thank you all so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Please leave a like if you did. Subscribe if you want to see more streams from me and Andrew. He brought up what I do. I do Minecraft stuff on Sundays. I'm going back and forth between a GregTech-based mod pack called Omnifactory and one that is my own creation. I super recommend you look into my said created mod pack. It's a kind of cool mod pack. There's another mod pack that I also made called Buildaville. That's a little bit less weird and techy, and it's more focused around the Mine Colonies mod, with a ton of other cool, fun, building-related stuff. I personally really, really like that mod pack. It's been a little while since I played it, but I do want to get back into that, honestly. Anyways, then on Thursdays, as mentioned, me and Andrew go back and forth between Ace Attorney and Perfect Date. We only just started Perfect Date, but we are getting through it slowly but surely. Anyways,
Slowly.
yes. Same with the Ace Attorney games, honestly.
Yes.
This will be
Slowly, though,
fun.
not just doing the same thing.
The same things. No, that doesn't work all that well.
No, it doesn't.
Unless you're
You
meaning for it
tried
to be an innuendo.
You
Because
tried it.
things.
Goodbye, everybody.
Alright, fine. Thank you all so much for watching one last time. This has been Guy Smith and
Andrew B.
signing off until next time. Take care, let's guys. Bye. Oh my god, that is some gross ass static. Ugh. Alright, bye.